Today we're going to cover what we covered on day 1 for editing 101 week. First, I want you to find Final Cut Pro. So mine just so happens to be on my dock menu bar. If yours isn't there, I'm going to show you 2 other ways to find it. First one is your launch pad. So remember, it's the little rocket. If you go ahead and click on the launch pad and scroll through the menu, so you could do the 2 little circles here, or your mouse. Here's Final Cut Pro. That's one way. Or you could go to Spotlight Search, type in Final Cut Pro, and it'll bring it up that way as well. First thing is I want to kind of identify some key elements. So I mentioned to you that this is called the library. These here are titled events. So my general big library is called Mount Whitney 1819. So that stands for this current year. I can create a new event within the library. So I created homecoming. I could place all the homecoming. I could create a new event called cowhide. And then I could place all my cowhide videos in this library. And that'll just help keep things organized. Now, if you're wondering where the footage was before, it was under this event here. This is the library. This is the preview window. This is your timeline. And then this is your playhead. Now, we're going to go through all of these different menu options. This is your time. So right now, I'm about 7 seconds into this video. In total, this is 1:58. And another way that you could check the total is right here below. So how we start a new project is File, New, Project. Please make sure that your menu bar is on the Final Cut Pro menu, and you're going to name it Test, 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 or whatever you'd like. I've just already taken up Test, Test, and every other variation of it. Your menu option is going to look a little different than mine. You're going to push OK. Now, you want to make sure you're on the right one. Here it is. These are all your clips, and if you actually scroll up, these are your project names. So you see I've been kind of doing tests all day. To select a clip, all I'm going to do is choose the one I want. Make sure the entirety of it is selected. I'm going to put actually a few down to my timeline. Now, for the sake of this video, I haven't taught you this yet, but I'm going to turn off the audio on this clips. So all I have to do is move it all the way down. And that'll just help you hear me instead of the video audio. Actually, before that, we did the I and O. So I is the beginning of a clip. O will be my out or my ending of a clip. And that just helps you with precision. You choose a location. I've done my in and my out with my keyboard shortcuts I and O. Your space bar, as we also learned on day 1, will play and pause. So your space bar. You can also play here and pause here. We went over our mouse options. So this first one is select, and your key shortcut is A. And it pretty much does a selection, works just like a regular old mouse. I could move this clip over. I could move this clip in between. I haven't taught you this yet, but you could actually stack layers of video footage. Whatever is the most top footage is the dominant one, and that's what we'll be able to see. So let's say right here, I see this one first, and then as soon as we start approaching to the new clip, this one is the dominant one. This, however, will never be seen because that's at the very bottom. Trim is the next one we learned, and trim allows you just to work with the ends of a clip. So let's say that you did do an I and O, so an in and an out, and you just select this particular small portion of this longer clip. If I go to trim, I could expand it and bring down the entirety that I did not put down. With position, I could move clips around. So I can move this to the back, and what it does, it actually creates a position or a spacing that was the exact same duration as this clip here. Let's say I want to move this clip, but I want to create space. Then I could do that. Created this black bar, put that there. I mentioned that this will help if you are ever specifically editing with some sort of time component. Maybe you're editing to a beat of a song, or you need a certain measurement of time. That works best for that. Range selection will allow you to select a range of a video, and that works above as well. Blade will allow you to cut things up. Okay? Delete is just with the delete button on your keyboard. Now, if I want to make this a compound clip, which I showed you guys on this particular day, I'm going to highlight all of them, right-click with my mouse, new compound clip. It's going to ask you to name it something and push OK. Now I no longer have smaller components, it's one continuous clip. Zooming are 3 different options. I went to my zoom mouse option, and if I click, it'll start zooming in. Another option is here below. You could zoom out, zoom in. And your third option is your keyboard shortcut, Command plus and Command minus. Lastly, we have our hand. The hand is not an editing component. It doesn't change anything, move anything. You could just kind of grasp and move the time light about. Same thing with the clip. You could grab it and bring it down.